What's going on, all you beautiful people of YouTube? How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's having a good morning, afternoon, evening, and good night, wherever you're located around the globe. Of course, you know, we're at my favorite place, the old junkyard here. We are looking for specific vehicles for the truck and SUV series. Okay, because that's what we're going to be continuing on with today. What we're looking for is a Ram 3500, the Jeep Willys Military Edition. We are also looking for the Land Rover Evoque and the Aston Martin DBX. Now, I'm not sure if the Aston Martin DBX is actually classified as an SUV or not, but it looks like one, so that's what we shall find. That's a no-name Chrysler 300. I think we already got this one, right? Is this the Rex? Yeah, see, the Rexes are like a dime a dozen everywhere. I've already got one of those. Would this be classified as a truck? Should we put the Trespasser one and the lifted one? Should we put that into the series too? Let me know in the comments. Tell me what you all think we should do with it. I think I have one already. I'm not sure, but I've been undecided. I've been on the fence about that one. Whether or not we should put that one in as a vehicle for the series, because it technically is a truck. What about a van? Would a van work too, or is that something different? Let me know. Drop a comment. Tell me. Let me know. I need to know. What's this? Sentinel. Ooh, look, a 68 Charger. Ooh. We can have fun with this. It's even cheaper, too. Okay. We'll worry about that at a later date. Alright, let's see. Is this the all-wheel, or... Yeah, this is front-wheel drive. This is becoming a rare car in here, too. The Mayan Standard, which is just front-wheel drive. Normally you get either all-wheel or the Track Pack Edition. That's becoming a very rare car as well. Okay, well, this junkyard was almost a total flop. It wasn't meant for that Charger. Okay, back to the shop we go. See y'all when we get there. Alrighty, welcome. Welcome back to the shop, everyone. Today what we're going to be working on is the Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT8. That's right, she's got the Hemi in her. That thing got a Hemi in it? You damn right it does, buddy. That's what I'm working on today. Now, I've already taken the liberty, of course, of getting all the parts and pieces we need for it, painting all the parts and pieces we need for it, and I have a feeling it's going to turn out very well. I'm a little undecided, though, if the color matches are going to be the same. So we're going to have to wait and see on that one. Because, let's just say it's going to be chromed. A different kind of chrome. Well, not really a different kind, because there's only one kind of chrome there is, but one that I haven't really ever done on a vehicle before. You can kind of guess what it is. I've already taken the liberty of putting the wheels and tires together. It's got to be put on the Jeep. We're going to get this set up for us, so when we're done stripping the truck down, or the Jeep down, we can, where is it? I already went by it, didn't I? No, 392 Hemi. She got a Hemi in her, man. She got a 392. Alright, well, we're going to actually flip this. Oh, I wish I could grease that. I wish I could grease it. She's a little dry. Got to put a little bit of grease on it. There we go. All we're doing is putting the crank in. Start with the center one. I got a couple extra crank caps, and I don't know why. Oh wait, that's because that Land Rover, I thought it was going to require 3 crank caps, and it didn't. It only required 2. So that's where we're at with that one. Okay, now we'll leave that one alone. And now what we're going to do is we're going to yank these wheels off. I already have these 2 off on this side, so they should pop off very, very easily. Of course, and I got one that we got to spray. There we go. Now we're going to hop out, work our way around to the front. I don't know why I came to this side first, but you know, it is what it is, right? Alright, get that wheel off. Now we're going to jump around to the other side. Let's get this wheel off here. Good. Alright, now let's put it up in the air. I mean, this thing's fairly complete considering, you know. Let's get this drive shaft out of the way after you spray it 100 times. Get the bolts out. Not bad, only one. Not bad. I'm getting better at this game. At this shop life here. We're getting better at it. And yeah, the Nova's still sitting over there. I still haven't built the motor up for it yet. That one is going to be different. Like I said, I'm making a small tire car out of it. But I'm planning on building every single motor that's an option for that car, and we're going to put it in the car and see which one performs the best. That's what an upcoming video eventually is going to be. But I'm not sure if I'm building all the motors on camera. Maybe I'll spend the whole episode just building motors for it. Then the next episode, install it, take it to the strip, see how it performs, you know, yada 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 yada. And we'll go from there. But I don't know, I'm undecided yet exactly how I'm going to work that episode. That itself will be one. It will, believe me, it will. Alright, get the spring cap, get that out of the way. Lower rear arm, come on, you're next. I got new stuff to put in here. And this junky old stuff, I'm going to get rid of it. But, how many miles has this Jeep actually got on it? 93,000. Okay, yeah, 93,000. Looks like that's justifiable, sort of, I guess. I guess it could be. Alright, pop out this bigger bushing. Got another bigger bushing right there. Now we're going to slide our way over to the other side. Perfect. Start with here. Let's get the caliper cylinder out. Let's get the brake pad, the rotor. Let's get the solid, or not really solid, we'll just say drive axle A out of the way. Get the wheel bearing, it's got to go. The wheel hub, you next. After we spray it, of course. You know, you gotta spray. Can't forget that spray. That spray is key in this world now. Never used to be, but now it is. Alright, let's get the front facing arm out of the way. Let's get the lower front arm out of the way. Good. Alright, now we can get the shock. Get the shock out of the way. Alright, now we got the rear sway bar end link. Got to go. Now we're going to get the upper arm out of the way. Now let's get the sway bar B. It doesn't need to be there anymore. With the rear shock absorber cup. The rear spring. And the rear spring cap. There we go. Let's get the lower rear arm, I shall say. Now we're going to get the rear knuckle housing. After we get that little bushing out. We got to get that little bushing. Can't forget that little bushing. There we go. Alright, now we're going to take the bigger bushings out of the way. And now we're going to get the rear cross members on. Perfect. The rear is stripped. Let's work our way up here to the front. Alright, now we're going to remove this drive shaft, E. Now we're going to get the transfer case 4x4 out of the way. At least I hope that's what that is. Is that what that is called? Yes, it is. Okay, good. I got the right piece. Let's get this transmission on. It doesn't need to be there. It's got the 392 Hemi, but with a V8 gearbox. It's kind of interesting, if you ask me. But, you know, that is, if you ask. Alright, let's get the caliper cylinder, the brake pad, the rotor. Let's get the front drive axle A out of the way. We should get the wheel bearing. That should be the next thing. Perfect. Let's get the wheel hub. Good. Let's get the backing plate. Perfect. Now we're going to get the upper control arm. Get the upper hand on it. Now we're going to get the coil spring assembly out of the way. Coil shock, I should say. We get this front sway bar B and link out of the way. It does not need to be here no more. Perfect. Now we're going to get the outer tie rod. We're going to get the inner tie hold. Alright, now we're going to get the lower control arm. It doesn't need to be there either. Alright, steering knuckle C. Get out of the way. We're going to get the bigger bushing. Good, good. Making progress. Now we're going to get the other bigger bushing. Get that out of the way. Perfect. Let's swing our way around to the passenger side. I was going to say driver's side, but we're on the wrong side for that. We were just on the driver's side. Good, good. Now we're going to get the upper control arm. Get that out of the way. Does not need to be there. We're going to get the coils. This coil spring shock assembly out of the way. Good. The sway bar end link B. We want to get that once we start, of course. Good. We only have to do it one time. Good, good. Now we're going to have to spray the front drive axle A. Now we're going to get the wheel bearing out of the way. Doesn't need to be there. No, no, no. And we're going to spray the outer tie rod because it's just being a booger. We're going to remove the inner. We're going to take away the sway bar, front sway bar B. We're going to do steering rack, goodbye. Front drive axle D. Perfect. Get the caliper cylinder out of the way. The brake pad, the rotor. The wheel cylinder, wheel hub. Wheel cylinder, huh? That's a new one for me. Alright, now we're down to this part. Now we're going to get the lower control arm out of the way. Good, good. Now we're going to get the front steering knuckle C. Now we're going to get the, after we remove this bushing here, of course, we're going to get the cross member C out of the way. See what we're doing here? Perfect. Alright, now we're going to run over here. We're going to come over here. We're going to drop this down. Good, good. We're going to get the engine lifter puller hoister thing. Oops, sorry, car. Didn't mean to step on you. Alright, now we're going to yank this big piece of a motor out of there. We don't need it there no more. Nope, we got the new one that's going to be going in place of it. Good, good. Now we're going to get the air filter box. And now we're going to come over here to the fuse box. Let's remove the relay C. We're going to get the fuse B out of the way. Doesn't need to be there. Fuse A, good God. There we go. Okay, I think we're good to go. I think we got this stripped all the way down. Perfect. Oh no, we do not. Dang, we forgot a lot of parts. Oh dear. Ew, look at that. Ew, that's all rough. Rough. Not the way you like it either. Alright, now we're going to swing around. Oh, we gotta get the headlight up. Good, good. Alright, gotta get that front fender out of the way. Good. Now we're going to get rid of all these junky parts. We don't want them in here no more. There we go. Perfect. Now we're going to come over here. Oh wait, we forgot to bring out our handy dandy little welder. We gotta put that right there. I'm going to use this for $1,350. Alright, now we're going to build ourselves a 392 Hemi. Alright, now first things first, we need to put the piston rings in. Good, good. We got 1, we got 7 more, 6 more, 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and we got the 1 more. And then we put the rod caps on. Alright, count down with me. We got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one right here on the end. Well, we're on number 2 right now, but we got the last one right here. You know what I mean? Of course you do. These smart people. Of course you would know what I mean. I'm going to put the oil filter on. Good. Oil pan. Good, good. Look at that, eh? Ooh, that different color. I'm going to put the flywheel on. The clutch plate. The pressure plate. Let's put the 5 bolts in. Then we put the release bearing on. We're not going to forget it this time. Good. Put the fuel filter on. Good. Swing our way around to the front side of the motor. We're going to put in the old camshaft Hemi V8. Put in the alternator, the chrome one. Good, good. Okay, now we're going to spin his motor around. Oh, my poor ears. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Alright, now we're going to come back in here. We're going to finish with the front dress. We're going to put the cam gear, V8. Now we're going to put the timing chain OHVF in. Well, we're going to put the timing chain OHVF in. Good. Put the timing cover. Put 392 Hemi. Look at that. That is a nice color. I think it is. Put the power steering pump I4B. And we're going to put in the crank pulley, which we do not have. They tricked me on this one. I did not intend that. I should have checked the list on the vehicle before we continued on, but we need this one for some strange reason. It's an oddball. Alright, now we're going to put in the idler A. Good. Now we're going to put in the idler B. Another A. See, I was wrong. Now we're going to put in this giant water pump. Good. Now put in the water pump pulley. Good. We got that. Alright, now we can put in this huge belt. Good, good, good. Now we're going to put in the belt tensioner, which we did not color. We did not put no color on it. That's okay. Put in a giant cylinder head. Alright, first before we put the push rods in, we're going to put in the old sparkulator plugs. Right there. Good. And we got 2 per cylinder, so that's a total of 16. What it takes on this side is a normal V8. You know what I mean? So it's going to produce some power, I hope. If not, it's going to be a waste of time. That's what I have to say. Now we're going to put in the push rod OHVF. Why they use a Chevy push rod is beyond me when they have their own. But all the Chrysler V8 Hemis and all the Chrysler V8s in here, they all use the small block Chevy push rod. It's kind of weird if you ask me, but hey, I didn't create it or write it, so I don't know. Because if I did, I'd have Chevy trucks in here. But you know, that's for them to decide and for us to do. Now the coils are going to be a little bit different color. They're not going to be the fancy dancy color that you see there. They're going to be kind of more like a beige, a yellowy beige color. Which I don't know if they're going to turn out right, and if they're going to look right, but yeah, tomato, tomato. Look at that. See, they kind of look like that truck we did the other day. Good, good, good. There we go. Got that all in. Now we're going to put the driver's side cylinder head on. Alright, no bolts to hold it in place. What the? I wonder why they have head issues. Why they keep blowing head gaskets. Put some bolts in the heads. You'd be amazed on how well you prevent that from happening. Alright, now get a couple more sparker plugs. Right there. And right there. That's good. We got the last one. Perfect. Alright, now we got 8 push rods. 1, 2, 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, and 8. Now we put the rocker arm shafts on. Good, 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 good. Staggered rockers for the Hemi. Alright, now we put the head cover on. Good, good. Now we put on these beautiful yellow coils. New different style, I guess, the racing department is setting up. I don't know. But we figure we'd try them. I'm going to put on the exhaust manifold. Good, good. Now the intake. Look at that right there. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, it's such a nice, that's a nice copper piece, is it not? Alright, now did we paint these? No, I don't think we were able to. These things played the trick on me. Okay, we need to get some pieces here. We need the timing cover. What? Huh? Huh? do not get it because the timing is here and inside the heads. No, under the engine head cover. Ow, got in my way. Let's go see if we can't paint these, right? Where's the timing covers? Oh, we can. Good. No, we cannot. I think we're just going to do them black. That's what I think we're going to do, because they're not going to turn out good with the color that I have for the rest of the parts. You know what I mean? It's the letters and the stripes, yeah, they look good, but that yellow, no. No. Actually, those don't look too bad. That definitely no. The chrome, no, not really. The blue, if we were doing the blue one, yes, we should have did the blue one. Oh dear. Okay, let's back out of here now. Back to the vehicle. We're going to put this back. We're going to move this over to car left B. And now we're going to finish the motor. Not very happy with this feature on it, but at least it covers the coil packs. Or not the coil packs, but the fuel rails, sort of. Looking at it from an angle, you can still see the red. No good. Alright, now we're going to bring this over to the paint shop. And now, what kind of color is this? Like a champagne silver? It's like a silver. Well, that's okay. I'm going to put in the seats. The front ones are going to not be original. We're going to put in some Hellcat seats. It's like we're going to put in the SRT Hellcat steering wheel. Why? Because this is a Hellcat Jeep. Or technically it's a Hellcat Jeep, but it is not. You know what I mean? That's okay. Yes, we have our own custom license plate for it. I wish we had aftermarket taillights for it. That would be cool. A little bit like smoke set. I think that would look amazing on this thing. I'm going to put in the driver's side rear door, the driver's side front door, the passenger front door, the passenger rear door, put in the glass, put in the other glass, put in the mirror, which we may end up changing the color, that's making it black. I haven't decided yet. But see, look at the dash. You see that? You see that texture on the dash? Right? Now look at the seats. It's almost the same texture, which kind of could be good. Alright, now we're going to come down here and put the bumper on, put the headlight, the license plate, to state that it's truck SUV number 4. Good. Got to keep it all organized. Alright, and then after the next one we build, which will be number 5, we go to the drag strip. So, it should be good. Look good for that one. Alright, we're going to primer the vehicle first. Make it all one color. That looks pretty good in the shape that it's in. Not bad. Now we're going to hit it with a special color. You all ready for this? Right there, look at that. Oh, does that not look good? That looks amazing. That's how do you say it? Here we are. Alright, now we're going to move this over to car left A. I mean, look at that. Look how bright that is. You can see that thing from outer space. Alright, now we're going to turn around. We're going to do our fancy handy work with the windows. And that makes all the difference. Look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. I like it. I like it a lot. It's going to look good in the sun. But we're not going to worry about the sun right now. And we're going to be, because it is all-wheel drive, not rear-wheel drive, we're going to be putting slicks on all 4 corners. Good, right? Good, yeah? I hope so. I hope this thing performs as well as what it looks. If not, it'll be just a showstopper. We're basically building a show truck. In other words, we're building more or less a SEMA Jeep right now. I really wish we could put the lift kits on this though. That would be so much fun. I would take that Ford that we built yesterday in the last episode there, and I put it up to the moon. I give it the moon lift. The moon. But unfortunately, we do not have that ability at the moment. Maybe when the new CMS... What? Ah, shite. We're going to have to work on that one. We're going to have to get some new suspension. Because the ones I got obviously were not good. I probably got shuckles over B's instead of A's like I was supposed to, like I do me. But that's okay. I make mistakes. That's what makes me me. That's what makes me human. Sitting there looking, did I put in a sway bar? Did I put in a sway bar? So we're going to have to go paint that shocks. Because we cannot have them in their flat color. No, 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 no. That's no good. Not when everything else looks as pretty and as beautiful as what it does. Let's go there and get our shocks painted. The shocks. Where are you, Mr. Shocks? I never bought no shocks. That could explain lots. How did I forget the shocks? We're going to have a really, really bumpy ride. Okay, excuse me here for a moment while I have a sip of my Tim Hortons coffee. Ah, good stuff. Good, good stuff. That's just bright. I saw that from the paint booth to the windows in the reflection. Alright, now we're going to put the shock in that we have now. Good, good. We're going to put the backing plate on. Now we're going to put the rear wheel hub on. We're going to put the wheel bearing in. Put the rear drive axle A. Just the rear drive axle. I'm going to put the rotor on. The brake pad. The caliper. Kind of almost matches the coil packs. Hey, look at that nice 5-spoke wheel, huh? Too bad for them. Going to be putting these on. Oh yeah, look at that. Putting some SRT Hellcat wheels on it. Hell yeah, 25s. We got the 25-inch wheel. The biggest you can get. Not the biggest tire, but we got the biggest wheel. Now, do you all want to see something really, really quick? I'll show you something really, really quick. Alright, this is going to cost us a bit of money, but I do not care. We're going to go 1, 25. And then this is what's going to cost us a lot of money. Okay, we're going to go 1, 25, all the way up to 520. And we're going to bring this all the way up to 90. The biggest tire you can get. That's top full status. I mean, it doesn't even fit in my wheel balancer. Look at the size of that. That's as tall as I am. That's a tractor wheel. Isn't that funny shite? It really is. I really like that look of that wheel, of that tire, but we're going to sell that now. We had our fun and games. 3,600. Holy crap. That wheel cost me a lot of money. Alright, now we got to get back to work. Stop horsing around. Then the upper arm. Good, good. Now we're going to put in the lower rear arm. Good, good. Put in the spring cap. Good. Put in the spring. The rear shock absorber cap. We're going to put that in there. Good, good. Put in the shock. We're going to shock on here. Put in the lower front arm. Good, good. And now the forward facing arm. Boom. Got it. Perfect. I'm going to put in the, oh wait, I forgot the bigger bushing. Got to put in the bigger bushing. Good, good. Got to put the bolt in to hold it in place to nothing. Good, good. Alright, oh, where are we going? There we go. Put in the wheel hub. Good, good. The wheel bearing. Awesome, awesome. There. Now the rear drive axle. Good. Put in the rotor. Good. Put in the brake pad. The caliper. The caliper cylinder. Now we're going to put in this beautiful wheel. I mean, would you just look at that? Does that not look good? I think that looks amazing. And now we're going to work on the front now, after we put in the nickel mufflers. Then we're going to put in the other nickel muffler. We're going to put in the catalytic converter. We're going to put in the other catalytic converter. Good, good. Put in the cross member to the front. See? See, senor. Now we're going to put in the bigger bushings. Good, good. I'm going to put in the other bigger bushing. Good. Alright, now we're going to put in the other bigger bushing. We got 4 of them for the cross member. Let's get this done, out of the way. Now we can focus on the rest of the stuff. Front drive axle D, good next. The steering rack, good. If we can get to it. The front sway bar B, you are next. Good. Now we're going to put on the inner tie rod. The front steering knuckle seat. Put in the outer tie rod. Good. Now we're going to put in the upper control arm to hold it all into place. Looking good, looking good. Put in the lower control arm. Good. Now we're going to put in the shock coil spring. Good. Now we're going to put in the sway bar end to B. Good. Now we're going to put in the backing plate, breast plate, whatever you want to call it. I'll put in the wheel hub. Good. Now we're going to put in the wheel bearing, front drive axle, A, good. Put in the brake rotor, that's where it goes. Put in the brake pad, the caliper, good, good. Now we're going to put in the other wheel, the other slick, this is 4-wheel drive. Now I'm going to put slicks on the truck that we build. All the vehicles that we have built so far, they are all going to get slicks put on. I just want to do this one first because it's something special to me. I'm going to put in the upper control arm. Now we're going to put in the outer tie rod. Good. Put that bolt in. Now we're going to put in the lower control arm. Good, good. Got no more bushings left, so that means we did something right. We got to use them all. Good, good. Put in that. Alright, now we're going to put in the coil shock assembly. Now we're going to put in the backing plate. The wheel hub. Smack in the wheel bearing. Good. The front drive axle. A. Good. Now we're going to put on the rotor. Good. Now we put in the brake pad. Now the brake caliper. Good, good. Now we're going to put in this beautiful wheel. Perfecto. Good, good. Now we're going to lower this down. Tried to have it so the wheels stuck out evenly all the way around. That's why the 25s are on the rear and the front ones are just whatever. But I think it looks pretty good. What is it worth now? $86,000 with no motor. I think that's pretty good. Oh, that's bright. Come under here. Now we're going to put in the radiator. The radiator fan, dual fan assembly, which makes sense. It's got a big motor. It's going to be hauling around. Put in the ABS pump. The ABS control module. Good, good. Going to stick in that thing. I'm going to put in the ECU-A. Good. The windshield washer jug. I'm going to put in the power steering reservoir. Good. I'm going to put in the breather box. The air filter. Now the air filter lead. Good. Going to come over here. We're going to put in the clip aids. We got the 1. We've got the 2. Let's see. We've got the 3. And then we've got the 4. Good. Put in the coolant reservoir B. Good. Now we're going to put in the fuse box. Now we're going to put in some fuses and relays. We got 2 A's, 2 B's, and 4 C's. I wish my report card looked like that when I was in school. Would have been okay with it. But no, I had all C's, a couple D's, and even the E's where the teacher said, "Why are you even trying? Go home." You know what I mean? No, they didn't tell me to go home, but they thought about it though. But that's because I was a nuisance in school. See, I was a little pest. I used to bug everybody. I used to bully everybody back in that day. It's not bragging about it. I'm just saying. You know, I've made my mistakes. Alright, now we're going to put this over with car lift A, the Jeep Cherokee SRT. Grab this big, beautiful Hemi. We're going to take that off of there. We're going to flip this around. 1, 2. Now we're going to come over here. We're going to put the big, big motor in. Good. Oh, look at that. It almost matches. Now we're going to put some fluid in it. I'm going to start with the coolant, since it's right here. Fluid. Let's put some oil in it. We can see it. Good. It's right there, right in front of us. We can see. Good. Now I would like you to tell me, what do you think of this copper color? I think it looks good, but what do you think? I want to hear from you, the people. You guys are very, very quiet. I get a couple people that talk, but the rest of you, you guys don't say nothing. How come? Talk. It's free. Say whatever you choose. If you don't like me, tell me you don't like me. I'm good with that. If you tell me I'm doing a shit job, I'm okay with that. You know? That's life, is it not? That's how you improve. That's how you make it better. You listen to the people and what they want to say. Good. I think, yeah, we're good. We got the coolant, we got the blue stuff, we got the power steering fluid, which is transmission fluid. Now we're going to put the brake in, we got the oil, so we're good. I'm gonna put this up in the air. Tell me if you like my accent, you know? Tell me if it's insulting. I can go back to my normal voice. If you like that better, I don't care. You're not going to hurt my feelings, people. Because I've learned how to ignore comments that are very, very negative, let's say. Because it affects the energy. And it's never good to have negative energy. Now that don't look right. That does not look right at all. It is too bright. It looks good for the body, but not the rest of the parts underneath of it, see. That is no good. I wish we could paint the drive shafts. But like I said, tell me what you think. I want to hear from you, the people, my subscribers. And everybody who watches the channel. I want to hear from you. Conversation. Are we done? No, we're not. We got to put the battery in. I already know that one right now. The battery goes right there. Good. Now are we done? 100, 100, 100, 100. Beautiful. It's now worth 192. Good, good, good. Now we're going to bring this over to the test path. Look at it in the parcel. Oh, dear. That thing is freaking bright. I like it. Yeah, that don't get people's attention. I don't know what the heck will. You know what I mean? Now we're going to do the headlights. We're going to slide it down just a little bit. And we're going to slide it to the right just a little bit. Slide it to the right just a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Now we're going to put it in the dyno. To the dyno we go. We got to adjust a few things. I have to say, I'm very, very impressed. Looks good. I was debating whether to go with this one or the different one, but this car is all set up for a quarter mile. Good, good, good. Oh no, I screwed this up somehow. There we go, I caught it. Let's go slowly here. Wrong way, dummy. 16%. We should be good on that. Now, the factory power says it's supposed to have 469 horsepower at 56 or 6,000 RPM and 461 pound-feet at 3,400 RPM. Let's see what we've done to increase that and make it better, shall we? And while this happens, I'm going to take another look. Our new numbers are, holy smokes, 959 horsepower at 6,000 RPM, 898 pound-feet of torque at 3,600 RPM, which is an increase of 491 horsepower, or 105%, and 437 pound-feet of torque, or 98%, or 105% for the horsepower, 95% for the torque. Our drag rating is an A at 549. It would be a B class if it wasn't for the slicks on it. So that's what bumped me up. 9,000 horsepower. 1,000 horsepower. Holy shite. We are looking good, 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 good. Let's put this up in the front. Let's look at it in the sun. Holy smokes. Want to swap this with the Ford. Look at it in the sunlight. Holy shite. It is definitely something out of this world, I'll tell you that much. I think it looks amazing. I think it looks good. Alright everybody, thank you very much for watching. Everybody who's new, who's watching the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. For everybody who's watching the channel, make sure you smash that like button. Share it too if you feel the need to. I mean, share all my videos, I really don't care. You know, the more the merrier. You know, the more they get out, the better it is. This is Andrew for Truck SUV 04, for the fourth one in Truck and SUV and Car Mechanic Simulator, saying have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye everyone.